Stadium in Ames, Iowa, where the Cardinal and Gold gathering strength as they gear up to support their Iowa State Cyclones. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the San Diego State Aztecs, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Aztecs will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Iowa State's offense takes the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to power their way ahead. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The Cyclones will line up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. So San Diego State's offense will go to work for the first time today. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
The give to the back. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Dropping back, it's Garrett. Looking deep. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cyclones! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On the option. Still running at the 40. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. And the Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Running with power. Quarterback gets headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aztecs.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
At the 40, there he goes. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Cyclones come to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection. Get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution by the offense to make the big running play down the field.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to surprise him with the pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
A shot toward the end zone. Fires into traffic. Picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
In situations like this, it's nighttime, it's so cold, it's so hard to complete these types of passes. And for these wideouts, it's going to be tough just catching the football because that thing, I guarantee you, feels like a rock.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Garrett. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down.
Now that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field. They just couldn't hook up on that one.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He wants to take the top off. And the incomplete pass. over in their own end. They'll snap it with a minute to play here in the opening stanza. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner goes down. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And
he gets downfield for the big catch. Nothing but green ahead. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given point.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On second down, looking again to throw. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Open run. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones.
And the offense doing a nice job mixing the option play on that drive. They're able to get the defense outflanked. Nice decision by the QB, pitching it outside wide, and the running back using his speed.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Going up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Aztecs are flying down the field. Fires to the big fella. Got a lot of running room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
They'll throw it on first down. Quick completion on the out. Touchdown, Aztecs! A great catch and run for 6. Ready to try the point after. Right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State sending the offense back out. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive. Just
all kinds of running room. Keeps it and gets the first down. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
That's reeled in. It's Washington. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll run the option. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down.
Well, that's just on the defense, I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And how about the protection up front? The big fella's doing their job. He just sits in the pocket. Sits in the pocket. Wide receivers break off their routes. He finds the open guy for the big play. Nice job of protecting your quarterback.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything that...
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
And that's why coaches hate to see their players try to lateral the football because you don't practice it. It's just off the cuff. And that time, they put it on the ground. That's a lesson for that young man moving forward. I don't think you're going to see him trying laterals anytime soon.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cyclone.
one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And Dave, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Wants to throw on second down. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Finds his big tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're going to throw it again. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Let's see what they dial up on this fourth down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Cherry. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Got it in the middle. It's Jones. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there. Getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play. these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Finds his man. It's Cherry. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Cyclones have taken it inside the 20. Caught near the sticks. It's Jones. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Iowa State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He'll come out throwing on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Ames. And it'd be easy to say these 2 offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Cyclones will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half.
Makes the grab down the left side. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
Flips it out to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
A flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Aztecs are marching down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man down the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He'll try to slam it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, San Diego State. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score. Iowa State 42, San Diego State 20.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
The running back has it. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. At midfield, he's got room. Hit the afterburners, kid. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. This offense has a 2nd down play. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jones. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start it. Looking for a deep man. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
The Aztecs want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
The aerial assault continues. He'll take another shot here. Makes the grab inside the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Looking to move it through the air. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. And the Aztecs have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to throw on second down. Into the end zone. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aztecs. The AT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6.
Iowa State, 49. San Diego State.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense
Speeding down the left side. The 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Iowa State.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He'll try to do it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Got his man quickly. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Offense working from the pistol. On the option. Now the toss. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Aztecs are on the move. Goes to the option. Now the toss. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Picks up 1. Brings up 2nd down.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback will audible. On second down, they'll take to the air. And good coverage there and knock it away and deny the score.
But trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he tries to get away, but he can't. Down, he'll lose a couple. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. Offense set on 1st down. Handoff to the single running back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Washington. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. The option look. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down for them.
At the 40, there he goes. And he's running in the open. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give as they work on that clock. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the ground with the counter. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. A little screen to the running back. Still running at the 40. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Takes the handoff. It's Washington. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And the blitz gets to him just like that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And here comes the field goal unit. And he's going to reach for a long one and have to guide it in from the left side. 51 yards out. No good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple. Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, San Diego State. He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The offense lining up for a first down play. Leaves it with the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
They'll go right back to it. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you've got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.